Fun. Fun is a word that I've been forgetting recently. My life has consisted of school, homework, and anime, and only those things for such a long time. And at some point, I just stopped having fun doing any of those. Homework is pretty self-explanatory, and even though I see my friends at school and I like anime, nothing to me has been fun in the past month or two. Like anime, I'll watch it and be like, oh yeah, that's really good. That's a really good show. But nothing I've seen lately has made me excited, and nothing makes me feel like I'm having fun watching it. I don't get the feeling of enjoyment that I would normally get from it. So in a time where I should be focusing on my grades and standardized tests, my cycle of watching anime to playing video games kicked up again, and I downloaded some new games. And it's fun. I'm not sure why I flip between anime and video games, but it's happened 3 times before, so I'm just assuming it's how my brain functions. Because the second I booted up Clustertruck and started playing it, I felt excited. Clustertruck is probably the antithesis of a perfect game, because it just isn't. There's a lot of inconsistency with where the trucks go, how high up you fly, and I'm sure there's a reason for all of these. I'm sure there's ways to predict it, but as somebody who just casually played through the game, you're not gonna figure out all the angles and all the game mechanics. That aside though, it's just enjoyable. How can you not like parkouring on top of trucks, ducking under lasers, avoiding flamethrowers, and flying through the air at Mach 1? Clustertruck feels great, the controls are precise and the weight of the player is just right. There's also a lot of creativity in the levels, and there are times when I would see a section up ahead and start smiling like an idiot because I was imagining what it was gonna feel like when I got there. The difficulty is relatively fair and never too hard. That said though, the dumb randomness of the trucks can make some levels unbearably annoying because you're never guaranteed a truck will go the way you think it's going. In a way though, that has a charm of its own, So much stuff is predictable and monotonous in everyday life that, this randomness, this absolute pandemonium occurring on screen is just really captivating and was really captivating to me. My idea of a good game is either something that's extremely fun to play with other people or something that makes me want to keep going until I finish it while still providing enough incentive to play it later. I would describe my feeling of playing Clustertruck similar to my experience with Ghost Runner. They're both parkour games and you die a lot in both of them. But the movement in both games and the gratification you get when you finish a level keeps you playing the game because it just feels good to play the game. And the desire to improve your times in each level makes you keep playing the game even after you finish it. I also really appreciate the very attainable achievements of Clustertruck because I do like getting achievements. I feel like most of the games I've played just have really obscure and difficult to get achievements, and once you pass a certain section of a game, you can never get that achievement again unless you start a new playthrough. Clustertruck achievements are very clear, and some of them can even be done on accident, and when you get that achievement after doing something that you didn't even know would warrant an achievement is really satisfying. If you don't like parkour games, if you don't like trying over and over to beat something, you will not like Clustertruck. I also want to say that I didn't really feel any noticeable improvement in my parkour abilities because I feel like the whole time I was just doing the stuff that I knew, and that, passing a level depended on either luck or some random stroke of genius from me. I don't think this game is god tier. I don't think it's for everybody. But for me, it was a really enjoyable clusterfuck. Get it? 7 out of 10.